theme now as business is feeling the pinch of South Africa's strained economy. eNCA reporter Mawande Keswa is in Durban North for us, and he's finding out how local traders are dealing with the issue of the jobs rate, Mawande, of the economy, the petrol price increase that we're set for a little later on this week. Aviwe tells us that some of the traders he's spoken to has gone from employing a number of people. They've now downsized to single-digit figures of employment numbers. What's it looking like in Durban? I can't imagine that vendors there are escaping this economic pinch.
Well, here in Durban, the situation isn't much different. I spoke earlier on to one of the street vendors along the Durban North Beach Promenade, and she works with her daughter because she has 9 kids and they're all unemployed. Considering the current climate, we know that an additional 455,000 people are now part of the statistics of people who are unemployed. If I'm not mistaken, that number is sitting at around 6.7 million. So she works with her daughter because there is no employment, but the issue is further exacerbated by the fact that there aren't as many tourists as there used to be. Now, sticking with the tourism sector, there's another art form that comes in the form of artists on the Durban North Beach Promenade that actually sculpt a number of works, and this is one of them. You've got this long stretch of various works. They're quite creative in the sense that they also do billboards using sand and water to sculpt them. If you have an event, they'll put it on here and you pay. If you're having an anniversary or want to propose, these are the artists that you would come to and ask them to make a sculpture for you, and this is how they're making their living. And one of those individuals who is an artist here has alluded to the fact that there are a number of challenges which they do face, and I'm now going to speak to one of them, and his name is Moussa. Dube. Moussa, ngiyakubonga vethu isikhathi sakho. Ungangitshela ukuthi mhlambe iziphi ibhizinisi lihamba kanjani esikhathini samanje? Siyazi ukuthi esikhathini sangaphambilini umnotho wethu ubungathanda ukuntengantenga, ubuthande ukuqina, kodwa esikhathini samanje mhlambe ibhizinisi lakho lihamba kanjani?
Uqinisile impela, ibhizinisi lami phambili belihamba kahle, yonke into biyenzeka, imali bengiyithola, ama-tourists befika, kodwa kepha manje ama-tourists akasafiki, angisakwazi nokwenza izinto. Ngemali asayitholi kahle, nokukhokha amasipala asakwazi ukukhokha ngoba abantu abasafiki nama-tourists awasafiki. Yebo.
Yini mhlawumbe ungathanda ukuyibona yenzeka engaqinisa mhlawumbe umsebenzi niwenzayo la?
Ukuthi abantu bangisupporte, bakwazi nokufika ngizobenzela amabhizinisi abo, ufike ne-business card yakho ngikwenzele, ukhokha ngenyanga. Ilokho engathanda abantu bafike bangenzele.
Mhlambe kuwona umsebenzi owenzayo uluphi uhlangothi olushake kakhulu, ngoba uke wangitshela ukuthi ngaphandle kokuthi mhlambe usebenzisa inhlabathi la uyakwazi nanokuthi mhlambe uye emabhizinisini njengoba ushilo ukuthi uhambe nezinye ifundazwe usebenzise usimende ukwenza izithombe lezi noma imfanekiso oyicabangayo ngaleso sikhathi.
Yebo, ngiyakwazi ukwenza ngisho odongweni izinto engizenzayo njengama big 5, ilwane, ubuso bomuntu, ngiyakwazi ukwenza ngosimende, ngiyakwazi futhi nokudwebela, ngiyakwazi ukwenza nangesihlahla. Ayikho into engihlulayo kwi-artist.
Yabonga kakhulu isikhathi sakho Moussa. Well, Moussa there, the artist, is just saying that if he compares the current times to that of previous times, what he notices is the fact that his business is no longer the same. There aren't as many tourists coming to support him. There aren't as many people coming with their business cards and asking to have billboards here that he creates, that he sculpts himself using sand and water. We also alluded to the fact that what would strengthen his business is if there were to be more people coming to support him, because he goes over and above just using sand. He spoke to me earlier on and said that he's able to go to various provinces where he will actually use cement to make these sculptures. It literally takes him about 30 minutes to do the big 5, which is quite astonishing and amazing because there's quite a number of these artists here at the Durban North Beach Promenade that do these works. However, they have issues of where they can no longer travel. Travel is really not as easy because of the fact that taxi fares have gone up, and it makes it worse at the fact that some of them don't even really have homes to go to. They find their way each and every day in terms of where they can actually lay their heads. So the issue is quite huge. It goes over and beyond the issues that are in front of us on a daily that we know about, but also these artists here who contribute to the tourism industry in the province are really suffering as a result of the downturn in terms of our economy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks very much for bringing us that perspective. Mawande Keswa joining us there from the Durban beachfront.